Here it is, January 16, 2023. We're into week number 65 of major construction. One of the things we can notice down here right off the bat is that they have taken down their large construction fences around the West Paseo here. I think these fences came down last Thursday, which would have been January 12, I believe. So I'm going to just walk around here a little bit differently from what I have in the past, and just to demonstrate some of the new freedoms that are down here. This whole area on the west end is still not open to the public. They're still doing construction, as we can see here, but the fences are down now. So you can come in into some of these areas. And another thing you can see right now is the park lights are still on. They haven't shut down for the morning yet. And you can see one of the features down here now is that these turquoise planters are lit up around the bottom there.
Gate's open if you want to take a shot from up here.
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So this is what we got going on here. It's been a rainy morning. It started about coming into the Phoenix area about 3 a.m. It's been raining ever since about 3 a.m., but I think it's starting to taper off a little bit now. And then we'll enter into a second phase of rain later on in the day. But let me go back around this way. I'm going to show some stuff back over here. And one thing we can also see is they've painted up these walls, like here and up on the curved part there. Those were yet to be finished off, but now they've completed those. So let's move on back around this way, and you can see some of the other stuff that's going on back up here. So I think by the middle of this coming week, this area will be open to the public. So we'll see. As of yet, it's not open, but people have been walking down through here because it's easier to get in to this west end now. So we can look out across here and see what's what. You can see their fencing that they put up along here, and walk down this way a little bit. They still haven't brought the yearlings back, but my guess is they will come back sometime this week, unless there's some reason that they are having an issue with bringing them back. We'll see. But the yearlings will come back to this planter area here, and they never did build that terrace out there. I don't know why. Maybe it was just a cost issue, or they decided it wasn't a good idea for it to be a terrace. I don't know. But we can see down through here. It's all looking nice. And back over here, the Old Town Tavern now has a whole new lease on life. Fences are down, so it's much nicer for people to come and sit out here on this area without all that big fence right off your elbow. So this is what we got going on down here. Let me walk back up this way. Go up on this upper deck, see what I can see from there, and then I'll move on around to the West Bowl after that, I think. And you can see the con tower out here. There, it's in place for the coming ESPN event, which will begin setup, I think, on February 6th. is my guess they'll start setting up down there at Brown in Maine on February 6th. So it's kind of a little bit of a walking tour of the area here. And then you'll be able to come up here, and once they actually open this area up, you'll be able to come down these steps. And so this will be nice. It's much more, much less claustrophobic down here without those fences on the other side. Gives you a much more sense of how it's going to be. So let me go up here on this upper deck. Just have to watch my step here. It's a bit rainy and wet. Don't want to slip. And here we are looking back now to the West Bowl. I'm not sure what these park lights key off of. It's past astronomical sunrise, but all the lights are still on, so, or at least on this end of the park. It might not be true on the other end. Here we are looking out into the West Bowl now. Got some guys down here doing work. These guys are working over here, starting to get the Clayton on the park fixed up. I'm sure they're eager to resume their business. You can see down here there are still fences up down here, but they don't have their covering on them, so we can see across into the Saguaro patio area there. And they have a section of sidewalk poured for them over there. So this is just a look back down through the West Paseo, and it looks very nice. So I'm going to cut this short, and I'm going to start moving on around towards the West Bowl. Time now is 7:42 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Right, here I am coming up by the Old Town Tavern, and we can see how the new entrance looks through here. Much more handicap accessible than it was in the past. And then you'll just walk right into the area here, and you'll have the yearlings right in front of you. So the yearlings will be right here. Their own little special place. And you can see back up here the ramp area, and then this will all be nicely lit at night. So let me just walk on down through here. Come down through the Old Town Tavern. You see what it looks like out from the patrons here in the Old Town Tavern. Look out upon the area here. And then you can just go on down this way now. And the sidewalk, which I showed on my last time down here through there, and they I think they may have fixed this flower bed up more. They put some darker dirt in here, so it looks much nicer than it did before. And then we have the one planter out here. And I'll just show back down through here, sweep down, show what it looks like. Back out in here, the fence is down. We just have this orange barricade currently. So you can see what it'll be like to enter the West Paseo. Right there, it's nice. And then back out here, looking down Main Street, starting on February 8th at 8 a.m. This was where ESPN will hold their block party, or tailgate party, I guess really what it will be. And so this will be between here and Scottsdale Road, which is the next light down, will be the area of the event for 4.5 days up to Super Bowl day. So the party will be out here, and then back through here will be the view of the Paseo back down through here, minus this orange fence come that day. So let me pause this right here. I'm going to move on around to some of my spots and see what's going on today. Today is a holiday, MLK Day, Martin Luther King Day, so some activity's been curtailed, but some people are still going into work. So, alrighty. Right, here I am crossing on the south side of the Bischoff building, and I'm just going to cut right over here into the parking lot by the parking structure. You see down through here, this is all opened up now, and so you'll have an access into this area from the back parking lot for the public, and you'll be able to come in up here. And let's see, what time is it? 7:49. I see the lights have gone off now, so the park lights are currently turned off for the day. And so let's see, let's walk on over this way a little bit. See back up through here what's going on. Winfield Scott back over there, back over to the venue building with the back door. I don't think it's opened yet, but it should be pretty soon. So let me cut this short here, and I'm going to move on around to AZ88. I believe is my goal. Right, here I am coming up by AZ88 out to their patio area. I don't believe these guys are not working today over here on this bar construction site. Doesn't look like. It's raining, plus it's a holiday, so that seems logical. Let me shoot over the fence here. Look at this construction site, see what they're progressing. The rains are kind of I'm sure a hamper to them to do anything much out there. So let's move on up to AZ88 Patio. And we can see here where the new sidewalk will be coming down through here, and I think once the new bar is completed, they'll add a little bit more to this sidewalk. So let's go out here, see what we can see. Why are you doing this to me? Okay, I gotta stop this. Right, here I am on the AZ88 Patio. I had a gimbal failure, so I'm trying to well, I got it running again, so hopefully it'll hang in there. Sometimes maybe cold weather, I don't know if it gets a little more iffy in its functioning or what. But we can see just out here as we look around, there's not that many people working down here today. But I don't think this has changed that much since I was down here previously. Oh, I can see the water sprinklers are on out there, if that shows up on here. Down by the canopy, the water sprinklers are working. So, but this is what we got going on down here. Let me stop this short. I'm going to move down to my Stair perch. Alrighty. Right. Here I am on my stair perch. We can look around down here, and again, like I've said, I don't think this has changed that much, just because there wasn't that much to change. So they're gradually getting this fixed up. Let me climb on up the steps here. Here we are, down to the West Bowl, and not really a whole lot of activity. I think most of the activity out here may be by subcontractors. I don't know if Wilming themselves have any personnel on site. It's just possibly subcontractors doing electrical work or some of the more finesse work. Let me pause this. I'm going to switch to my telephoto lens. Right, here I am on my telephoto lens, shooting across the area back over to the East Bowl canopy, and I can see that they have more of the covering on the canopy down there, it appears to me. So they're getting that fixed up, but the east end does still have a ways to go. And back along around over here, we can see the water sprinklers are working out here in the West Bowl area. So they're all functioning on their timers there. So everything's looking nice here. I think there's stuff out in the Botanic Gardens that back out there in those planters, though I can't really see too well from here in this light. But anyway, this is what we have going on down here in the West Bowl area, looking across to the East Bowl back over there. So I'm going to cut this short, and then I'm going to move on down to the east end of the project and see what I can see down there. Alrighty. Right, here I am down at City Hall, Civic Lawn, looking across the fence. Fences are still up down here because this end of the project is not far enough along for them to take down the fences here. And my guess is right there you can see there's a fence that runs. It doesn't have any coverings on it, but it runs along the edge over there. And it could be that they will extend that fence all the way to the other side, and then this east end will stay fenced off for probably another month or so, however long it takes for it to start getting completed here. We can see they still haven't filled in the lagoons down here, or the lagoon. So that is yet to be completed and done. They haven't painted that far railing barrier over there is not painted, and so this east end still has quite a ways to go. So probably sometime this next week they will come in here and extend this fence across this end of the Civic Lawn, probably sealing off the social hub from the Civic Lawn, and the social hub in the East Bowl will then stay fenced off till they can complete the area down through here. So I do see some people coming down here, some construction guys, probably could be from Wilming, coming down here to work in the social hub area back over here. So more work is continuing. They're pushing along. I'm sure they want to get this done because we're halfway through January now, and still quite a bit to be done down here on the east end. I think my voice is going a little bit ragged here, so I'm going to cut this short, move down to the East Bowl, and then I will complete my day back over there if I can talk at all. Alrighty. All right, here I am down at the East Bowl. We can see that there are some people down here working on the canopy down here, even though it's a little bit of a muddy mess. Looks like they sprinkled some gravel down in there to help alleviate that mud bowl effect down there. But we can see they do have the they do have some of their coverings on down here, so this is beginning to take shape from the standpoint of, you can see how it'll be covered across there, and it's starting to expand outward. Let me tilt up a little bit more, but we can see there that the cover is getting put on, and so they are down here working. You can see them back over here. They're behind this tree, back up there working. So I'm sure even with the holiday and rain, they're not gonna slack up down here. They're gonna keep pushing it along. And then down here, we can see the boxes. I think I forgot to show it, but I'll point it out. They put some of their benches down on the West Paseo down there in several different spots, but I forgot to mention it when I was down there. But I'll point it out with some kind of graphic. So if we pan on back around here, we can see what's going on. Still on my telephoto lens, so makes it a little more intimate view here. I think I'm going to pause this and switch over to my wide angle lens. Alrighty. Right, here I am on my wide angle lens, so it gives a better overall view of the site and what's going on down through here. So let me pan back around to the canopy, and I can feel the rain starting to come back a little bit now. So it's going to be a rainy day today for sure. So back over here we can see the canopy, what they're doing there. So let me pause this for a second. I'm going to move on down the fence where there's a little bit better view of what they're doing. Alrighty. Right, I moved on down the fence a little bit here, and we can see you got a little bit better view of what's going on down here. They're getting these covering panels put on the this east bowl canopy and getting that fixed up. So things are moving along. Starting to get back into some rain here. So maybe just pan around from here. I'm going to cut this short here in just a few seconds. We can see it's just a muddy mess down here on this end of the project today, but they are doing what they can to move this canopy along. But my guess is it's going to be on up into February at least, maybe even pushing into March down here on this east end of the project to get this anywhere near done. Especially if you keep getting rain and stuff down through here. But This is what we got going on down here on January 16, 2023. Looks like they're going to start making noise. Time is 8:33 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'm going to finish this up for the day, go back home and get this all fixed up. Alrighty.